Okay, box office top 10 time. Before we get there, Legends, which is on Netflix, which obviously doesn't turn up in the movie box office top 10.
Because it's on telly.
But we have been talking about it. What with it? You reviewing it.
Yep. And you speaking to that Steve Coogan.
That one. Someone who appears to be called Paperless Writer. Either that or they work for a company called Paperless Writer. Anyway, it's on YouTube. Thank you, Mr. Paperless. Who knows? Already watched the first episode. Excuse me. Already watched the first episode, and this one looks like a keeper. Despite the lightness and genuinely funny lines, this is serious stuff, and the actors are all fantastic. Luckily, in the US, Netflix drops all season's episodes at once, so I can watch this as quickly as I want, and as gripping as it is, I don't see this 6-hour season taking me more than a weekend to get through. It's that riveting.
Yeah.
How many episodes have dropped here? 8? All of them.
All of them.
So we're just the same as America then in that case. So thank you, Paperless Writer. But it is one of those shows you think, okay, better watch the next one.
Yeah, loved it. But I watched 4 because that's what they sent us as the preview, thinking that was everything. And I got to the end of 4, and as you said, it is you can't leave Bulldog Basil there.
Correct. So into the 10. Now, The Magic Faraway Tree is at 10.
Lovely. 7 weeks in the top 10. Very good. Great family film.
Number 9, Iron Maiden, Burning Ambition.
So there were 2 music docs out last week, this and the Billie Eilish film. I did the Billie Eilish film, so I haven't seen Burning Ambition. Do we have any emails?
No, but I'm in it.
You're in it?
I'm in the Iron Maiden documentary.
Oh, really? What do you do?
Introduce them on top of the pops.
Oh, okay, fine. How do you know that if you haven't seen it?
Because I've been told.
By
Nikki Chapman, who works at Magic, which is a companion radio station to Greatest Hits.
Okay.
And I see her every evening because she's about to go in just as I'm leaving. And her other half is the manager of Iron Maiden.
Oh, okay, fine.
So she said we went to the opening, went to the premiere,
which was in Leicester Square because there was a big.
And I turned up and they went, oh, there you go.
So what do you say? And now Pop Pickers, Iron Maiden.
To be honest, it'll probably be something like
that. Okay.
I feel as though I should have got paid, though.
You feel like you should have got told.
If I'm in the Iron Maiden, I'm in a top 10 movie.
Yeah. I was watching that film, Lynch Oz. I'm in that. I didn't know that I was in that.
You should be paid.
Well, apparently not.
They can't just use you like that.
No.
And they're taking away all your self-control.
There was an episode. There's an edition of Sight and Sound recently that had interviews with actors. I did 2 of them. They were transcriptions of the interviews that I did on stage with Daniel Day-Lewis and Jessie Buckley. No idea.
Well, they need to pay you.
Well, apparently not.
Get your agent to get in touch. Okay, Iron Maiden at number 9. Hokum is at number 8.
Which I enjoyed. I mean, I thought it worked well, and I think that's horror that is much more in your wheelpark.
Yes. Okay. A wheelpark?
Wheelhouse.
Caravan
ballpark.
Park. Just go down the park. I quite like that, though.
Okay, let's use Wheelpark now from now on.
It kind of works and everyone knows exactly what you're saying. Project Hail Mary, 7 here.
Yeah.
Hokum is also number 8 in America.
Yeah.
And Project Hail Mary is 7 here and 7 there.
Yeah, Maze. We both like it. I like it more than you do.
And at number 6 here and there, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Number 5 here, but number 1 in America is Mortal Kombat 2.
Which I enjoyed. And I thought it was a step up from the previous Mortal Kombat, which was a step up from the previous Mortal Kombat. But I thought this was really enjoyable, and I like Carl Urban in it very much.
Samo via our YouTube channel. Is the movie great? I don't know. Not really. Is the movie fun?
Yes.
It definitely is. My biggest gripe is that it's very apparent who can do martial arts and who cannot. The Liu Kang Kung Lao fight was absolute martial arts film bliss. I wanted more of that. Kano steals the show again. I wish Urban as Johnny Cage was as awesome as Lyndon Ashby was in 1995's Mortal Kombat. I still thought he was fun. The biggest issue I had with Cage was he's still supposed to be an awesome fighter, and I feel like in Mortal Kombat 2, Johnny Cage is 99% comedy and 1% fighting. I'm 41, but I remember when, even with the gore at the time, Mortal Kombat was geared towards kids and young people. Mortal Kombat gore and games have gotten so graphic now, I don't even think kids experience Mortal Kombat or care.
Okay. Well, I haven't played Mortal Kombat. I've only seen the films, but I did enjoy this film.
You still don't play computer games?
No, I mean, I think I'm a bit late to start. No, and just to be absolutely clear, I have nothing against them. I think they're great works of art. I've talked to Charlie Brooker about it. I've watched, and my kids grew up playing them and love them. It's just not a skill that I have.
And number 5 over there, Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, the tour, brackets concert.
Which is directed by Billie Eilish and James Cameron, who says at the beginning, it's going to say Billie Eilish, and then James Cameron in tiny letters, and then at the end it says directed by James Cameron and Billie Eilish. But it's a great concert film, and I'm a big fan of everything she does. I mean, I just think...
Are you a fan of the 3D, Mark?
I'm not, but it's in 3D, and honestly, I kind of forgot about it. They seem to have slightly tweaked how difficult it is to sit the glasses on your glasses, because I've got quite heavy glasses frames, but I put them on, and honestly, I forgot about it.
Okay. David Hopkins says, Dear Bad Guy and Bird of a Feather, having been lucky enough to attend the Hit Me Hard and Soft tour,
oh wow,
what a treat it was to enjoy it again in this amazing mashup of concert film and documentary. And what a joyful alliance between James Cameron, 3 Oscars, and Billie Eilish, just the 2. One of the grand old men of Hollywood still looking to push back technical boundaries, 3D that actually adds to the experience, and a young performer still only testing what seems like her limitless potential. Other concert films tend towards lionizing the performer, but this one emphasizes the communion between Billie and her fans. It was remarkable how much this was replicated in the communal place of a cinema theatre. David, thank you.
Good.
Number 3 here, number 4 over there is The Sheep Detectives.
Which I'm actually slightly surprised it hasn't gone into number 1, because I thought it was going to... We were talking about it last week when it came out. This is going to be big. I mean, it's obviously done well, but it's not... It hasn't...
Maybe if it wasn't up against Michael and Devil Wears Prada...
Yeah, then it would be number 1. But I mean, I thought it was great. I went in not knowing anything about it, thinking, how on earth is this going to work? And then... amazingly, it works. It's really charming.
Chris says, Dear you and you, on seeing the trailer for The Sheep Detectives, I expected a silly whodunit which was solved by sheep. By the end, I didn't care who done it or why, because that wasn't the story. It's a story about grief and remembrance. At the heart of it are sheep who want to forget so the pain goes away, but then the importance of remembering the deceased and honouring them is mentioned. It was a scene which had me silently sobbing, having suddenly lost 2 friends recently. The Sheep Detectives is a film that's probably not for young kids, but ideal for older ones and adults, helping those affected navigate through grief and, for those experiencing it for the first time, understand it. It's got an important message at its heart, but also has great laughs right from the opening logo, the chicken, and the description of God, which will be causing chuckles in Clergy Corner. Many thanks to the friends I've made through listening to your show who've given me the support, given me their support, and to my dear friends, you'll never be forgotten. Thank you, Chris. Anthony...
Don't you say you're absolutely right, incidentally, you're absolutely right about that.
Anthony in Huntingdonshire. Who knew? I like the comparison that it is akin to Babe versus Knives Out, but more than that, it's a gentle introduction for a younger audience into the genre of the whodunit. There is only minimal threat, although I concur with Mark that one scene is very sinister for a PG, and practically no injury detail. Regardless of the intended audience, I'd like to commend the film on how well crafted it is to fit the genre. There were enough clues so that the audience could deduce the perpetrator just before the reveal, but it wasn't so blindingly obvious as not to be a puzzle, with red herrings aplenty, creating the necessary diversions along the way. And Johnny in Austin. Greetings from too deep in the heart of Texas. I write to you about sheep. What a strange movie to choose as the first to write to you about after a decade of listening. This evening, my wife and 16-year-old daughter dragged me to a screening of The Sheep Detectives. I knew little about it going in and didn't care to know more. I was expecting an animated feature at the level of, let's say, Trolls, and I was busy planning how to entertain myself with pacing the popcorn consumption. First observation walking in, only a sprinkling of kids, as in 2 or 3. It was a theatre packed with middle-aged adults. Second observation, I was fighting tears in the final 5 minutes. And then there's an explanation, which I'll skip over.
Yeah.
Final observation, adults all around me were quietly clapping as the film ended. It was as if we all let out a collective, much-needed sigh of appreciation at an experience of human, or at least sheep-ish, decency. Yes, it's a strange smoothie of a movie, but there's something deeply normal and simple in its spirit. The Texans around me needed it, as did I. In a time and land giving into its grotesque streak, it was a small but true pleasure to see so many celebrate an outcast winter lamb being accepted into the herd. It felt relieving and right to celebrate care. The film had multiple such moments of goodness in its bumpy, strange ride. The applause didn't last too long and everyone dispersed in oversized trucks to continue to confront, endure or embrace whatever it is we are becoming over here. But for one strange moment we saw and applauded decency. It was a really weird movie. Sheepishly, Johnny and Austin.
That's a fantastic email. What a wonderful experience. And I think those emails collectively demonstrate why it was that I thought the film would go in at number one.
Yeah. You would see it if you lived in the middle of Austin. Have you ever been to Austin?
No.
Texas is weird. Austin is absolutely fabulous.
Okay.
We should go and do the show in Austin. And Johnny can be the only person in the audience, but it's why South by Southwest is. It's just absolutely fantastic.
But I say there was a moment when you said it's absolutely. I thought, where's Mayo going?
This is
Are we crossing the Rubicon?
That would be a strange thing. Anyway, number 3 over there. Number 2 here is Michael. Mm-hmm. Lots on this, but nothing worth reading out.
Okay.
And number 1, although there is some in, as you might imagine.
The overflow car park. Yeah, in Take Ultra. Okay, fine. Okay, great. Okay, good.
And number 1 here and number 2 in America is The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Which is, it's fine, but it's a lot of plot and not much else.
Coco says, the main problem with DWP2 is actually I should say the full title because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Dear Pry and Mark or Pre and Mark?
Primark.
Oh,
it's a joke about Primark.
There it is. I say Primark. Anyway, the main...
You don't say.
I've never said it out
the
loud.
good lady surrounded me says, "Oi, I'm off to Primark."
Primark. The main problem with Devil Wears Prada 2 is there is no devil. Meryl Streep's Miranda is now the slightly edgy aunt you might want to hang out with. Mark was right. I can remember parts of the original, not so much this time, shoehorning in shots of what I am sure are famous designers looked a bit desperate. Love the show. Thank you, Coco.
Yes.